CSS filters are great as they allow you to get Photoshop-like effects in browser, and they can also be used for indicating hover states, hiding passwords, and improving image load time as well. I know it sounds a little bit awkward, but it's possible using a technique called contrast swap, in which contrast of an image is reduced, which ultimately decreases the file size. And later that contrast can be restored using CSS filters in the browser. Simple, isn't it? And for this tutorial, we'll be needing an image, a photo editing software like Photoshop or Apple Photos, and finally all those stuff that web developers need to get their work done. So what are we waiting for? Let's get our work done. There's the image which we will be opening with Photoshop. After opening it, we'll head to adjustments in the side pane and brightness/contrast, and then we'll switch to legacy mode and reduce contrast to -50. Why use legacy mode? Because it reduces contrast linearly for every pixel. It takes a pixel, reduces its contrast, and then returns it. That's it. While at the end of the video we will display results by using legacy mode and without it. So if you have questions in mind, put it there, we will be answering them. And that -50 means a 50% reduction in contrast from every pixel. And then we'll save this image. Next comes the HTML and CSS part. There we have a page with an image, that's the original image, and we have set the size to 50%, just the width, and float to left, along with display block. This is a base layout. Then we'll be adding an image to it, and we will give that image a class Optimized. Next we'll head to the CSS, that's a style tag. Inside it we'll set the Optimize class to contrast 2, which means 200% the contrast of the original image. For that we'll be using filter property with contrast function set to 2 or 200%, whatever you prefer. There you go, it looks exactly the same but with a reduced file size. But how much? We'll show you later, just a few seconds after. Next, we'll add the image that we did reduce the contrast without using the legacy mode. And while adding that image, we'll assign it class Optimized 2. And for Optimized 2, we'll need to trust our eyes while adjusting contrast. So we'll be doing a bit of hit and trial. And there you go, we're done, and it looks almost same. Now let's talk about the reduction, how much we have saved. So we did this thing on 3 images, and here are the results. Our first image, being JPEG, doesn't receive so much of a file size reduction, but the other 2 images are PNG and they received a significant decrease in file size. You can try them on your own. First column consists of original image, second one of contrast reduction without legacy mode, and the third one with legacy mode. CSS filters are relatively new, but they are widely supported by the browsers, except the Internet Explorer. For more info, CSS filters are released under CSS Filter Effect module, which is currently at level 1 and is under drafting stage. So we can expect some more features coming into it or being added to it in the near future. If you want to read more about them, we have links in the doobly-doo. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you leave your questions down in the comment section, as well as like the video if you liked it, and dislike if you disliked it. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. And don't forget about subscribing.